Good morning. My name is Dirk Arend, and today you will learn how to enhance Magnolia CMS to create a dynamic website experience which delivers content that matches to the interest of a website user. So I will present our concept of advanced personalization, and we have also implemented a proof of concept, and I will demonstrate some features on our demo server. Okay, here we are, some details about me. So I've studied computer science in Berlin, and I was working as a software developer several years, and in 2011 I joined Aperto. And as a technical project manager at Aperto, I gained a lot of experience with complex Magnolia projects for clients in US and Europe. And now I'm leading a technology team for Aperto Pico. And what is Aperto Pico? It's a joint venture of Aperto, one of the biggest Magnolia partners, with more than 50 successfully implemented Magnolia projects in the last 10 years. And the Pico Group, which is highly experienced in designing and developing digital solutions for worldwide clients. Together, we have a highly experienced Magnolia team, which is front-end developer, back-end developer, system architects, IT consultant. And yeah, Aperto and Pico together, we have 13 offices worldwide on 4 continents, and we have more than 700 employees. And our Magnolia development teams are located in Ho Chi Minh City, in Vietnam, and in Berlin. So, why is personalizing your website really important nowadays? Well, I learned yesterday from a presentation that you'll need at least one slide with a quote. So here it is. 74% of online consumers get frustrated with websites when content appears that has nothing to do with their interests. So, and if the user gets frustrated, he does not consume any content or no content. So what are the reasons? The website is maybe created only for one static audience group. So it means that individual interests are not considered in the website. So however the user is browsing on the website, or independent of the customer relationship, the website is behaving only one way. And this means less relevant content is delivered to the website user. So what is the solution? How can I create a dynamic website experience that speaks to the audience? Our concept can solve this problem. We call it advanced personalization. It's based on Magnola CMS. We have developed concept, and we have implemented a proof of concept in the last month, which is based on the personalization feature of Magnolia. Okay, what are the objectives for our concept? So we want to provide best matching content to the website user. We want to use a variety of external data sources. So the more data we use for targeting a website user, the better content we can deliver. We also want to analyze the user context and user behavior. So we want to understand how the user is using the website and why he's consuming this kind of content, to provide additional content to the user and to engage the user behavior. And we also want to optimize the content in real time. So we want to understand what is the user doing in the last minutes, and then to change the website content based on this behavior. So in the end, we want to deliver the right message at the right time to the right audience. Okay, our proof of concept has 6 main features, and I will explain the concept of these features in the next slides, and I will also demonstrate some features on our demo server. So first of all, we want to optimize the user segmentation with additional traits. So Magnolia already provides some traits for targeting, and we have implemented much more traits to get much more criteria for targeting. We also have improved the user experience for the editor, so you can now edit content on a component level and not only on a page level for targeting your audience. You can also preview your dynamic content in the admin center to verify that your content is working before you publish it. Then we want to understand the user interest with a social login. So social login already provides a lot of information which are up to date, which are accurate about the user profile, and we fetch these information to provide dynamic content. We also want to understand the user behavior and then deliver automatic content recommendation. And finally, we improve the retargeting with a connected CRM. So we push all the collected data of a user into a CRM, combine all this information and to deliver much more relevant content. Okay, our proof of concept is applied for a news website. So we have selected a news website to verify that our concept is working. So why a news website? A user expects dynamic content which fits to your interests as a website user, and it must be up to date and it must be really interesting for you. If you're located in New York, you expect local news about New York and not about San Francisco, or you want to see the current weather in New York. You don't want to see not relevant content. So we want to prove that our concept is working by providing most relevant news to individual users, and we want to higher the customer engagement and to increase the revenue. Our implementation is based on Magnolia 5.3. And the first feature is optimizing user segmentation with custom traits. Okay, Magnolia already provides some traits, for example, getting the user location by their IP address and also determine what kind of browser and operating system the user is using by checking the user agent. We have also implemented a custom trait for user behavior. So we are analyzing the browsing history and we make this trait available to the editor to optimize the website content based on the browsing behavior. We have also implemented some traits for social media activities. So we fetch information from Facebook and then you can edit your content with targeted information for age, gender, Facebook location, Facebook interests. And we also have connected a CRM to Magnolia, and then you can target your content based on your customer relationship. So for example, what kind of account type the user has. Is it a standard user or has he a premium account because he paid recently? Or when did he create an account? And then based on this duration of account, you can maybe offer additional promotions to extend your account. Okay, then after we have some traits, we want to manage our content and optimize our content based on these traits. What Magnolia provides is you create variants on a page level. So you have an original page, here's an article page, and then you create 1, 2, 3, or 4 pages, which are actually like copies of this article page, and then you target your pages for an audience. So it means one page copy is optimized for one audience group. So it means for an editor that you have duplicate content. If you have similar content on all these variants and you want to change it, you have to open all these pages and edit this content again and again. And also you can optimize only one page for one audience group. You cannot mix these targeting features. So, and to optimize this, we have implemented a solution so that you can target your content on the component level. So it means you can mix different audience groups and a lot of traits for each component. It means that you can edit content much faster, you have no duplicate content, and you are much more flexible. In this screenshot you can see we have a teaser group, and this teaser group has 4 different variations of content. So we have 3 teasers for the user location, New York. There's also content for Foster City, San Francisco, and there's a default. If none of these traits are matching, then the default content is displayed. I will later show you on the demo how it works. So here's a concept behind it. We are using a tab box, so everybody knows already how a tab box is working on a website. So you have one view on content, and you can switch between the content views. So you have only one area in which you place content, but you can change the view on the content. We use this tab view in the edit mode. So you have one area for your component, and in this area you have different views of variations. and each tab represents one audience group. So in the end, we assign our trades or segments to a tab, and in this tab you can place your content like a teaser or a text image component. So and how is our implementation working? When rendering the model of a component, we collect all trades which are assigned to this component, and then we compare the configured trades with the incoming request. So we check then which kind of trade is matching to the current user or to the request, and then we display the first matching component variant. And this works for every component on the page. And if there is no match, so for example, the user is not in San Francisco and he's not in Foster City, then there's a default variant which is displayed. And in the end, we only implemented business logic for the component model, so there's no change in the CMS core, and it means you can update the CMS without any problems, because we didn't go into the Magnolia core. Okay, and after you have added your content, you want to verify that the content is working and that your targeting ideas fulfill your requirements, so you need a preview feature. Magnolia already provides functionality for setting up personas. So for each relevant audience group, you can set up a persona and assign traits to this persona to specify which kind of targeting criteria to this persona fits. And then you can preview your pages by selecting a persona. So in this example, it's William. Or you can also change the traits. So for example, gender, user agent, and then you can test all combinations of traits. Okay, so this is a concept, and I would say, yeah, let's go to a live demo on our server and see how it's working. So we have here our news site. So there's a stage, and we have some teasers here, some promo teasers, and we have a carousel. Okay, and here you see the example which I have shown in the presentation already. We have our teaser box here, and each tab represents one audience group. So we have an audience group for New York, Foster City, San Francisco on the default one. And only one tab is displayed when the page is rendered for the website visitor. So, and for each of these items, you can now specify your audience group, either by selecting a segment or by the trades. So in this example, I say, okay, if the city of the incoming request is New York, so it's based on the IP location, then this content here is displayed. And this content is just a list of teaser items, so what you already know of the SDK templates. So we only have set up an additional layer on top of the components, that you have like a box around the components to specify your trades for the containing components. And the same for Foster City and San Francisco. So, and now let's go to the preview mode. Okay, and I will select some trades to see that our implementation is working. So we have now here default view for our components, because I haven't selected any targeting criteria. So now I will select the city, and I will say we are located in New York, and I expect that the teasers for New York are displayed. Here it is. So our model class is now detecting the IP location and is verifying that, okay, it's New York, and I have a component variant for New York. So I will display all teasers for New York. Pretty easy. And I can say, okay, but this user is in San Francisco. Let's give me local news about San Francisco. And here we are. So you don't have to go to another page. You don't have to set up a new duplicate page. You just added content variants on a component level. Okay. Yeah, this is how the preview is working. You will only see the component variants which matches to your trades, which you have selected here on the right side. And I will later show some more details about our trades. So we have some custom trades, and we can manage our content on component level, and we can preview it. Now we want to collect much more detailed information about the user. And what you can use is a social media login. So we have integrated a Facebook login to our website. Why Facebook? It provides up-to-date and really valuable information about the user. So he likes topics, and he gives his age, his gender, and all this information you can collect when you provide a Facebook login on your website. And the advantage is for the customer, he gets easy access to a member area. So you don't have to register again, you don't have to create an account again. You just log in with his Facebook credentials, and then you get access to the member area. Okay, and Magnolia CMS can retrieve the latest profile after he logs in, and every time he logs in, Magnolia gets the latest profile. And with this profile, we can target the user much more efficient. Okay, and how is Magnolia connected to Facebook? There's a graph API. It's in the RESTful web service, and we get information like the Facebook location, it's a hometown, for example, the gender, the interest, and the age of the user. And all this information you can see here in the edit dialog, you can select as a trade and then target your content. And the next advantage is of using this Facebook login, we can retarget the user. So it's not an anonymous user, we have a Facebook username and we have a Facebook unique ID. And by storing this unique ID together with all collected profile information, we can retarget the user. So we know, okay, the user is coming back, I've already seen him, and he has this kind of information and user interest. So he gets dynamic content based on this information I already have in my database. Okay, yeah, let's go back to our online demo. And I can show you how to target content for these social media custom trades. Okay, here's one example. I have a teaser box, and this teaser box only displays content for an audience group, which is female and has an age between 31 and 50 years. And these information are collected from the Facebook API. So this is a page which is only available after you have logged in with Facebook, and then you get optimized content for a specific user group. And in this case, you get some travel trips. Next example is, where it is, here, Facebook interests. So whenever a user is liking specific content for a topic, we can fetch this kind of topic categories. So for example, you like books or you like movies, we can collect this information via this Facebook graph API and then target our content. And in this example, I say, okay, I have a sport teaser, and this sport teaser is only displayed for users which have already liked sport topics in Facebook. Okay, and I can show you in the preview mode. I have here a long list of trades, and there's much more. And yeah, here's our list of trades I can use for targeting. And we have here our interests. These are based on the likes in Facebook. And now I can say, okay, please display only content which fits to the interest sports. Okay, the page is loaded again. And now I should see my sport teaser. And if I now select instead books, at least the sport teaser should not displayed. Yeah, and I get a teaser for some expensive comic books. So this is how you can optimize your content on a component level, also by using social media information. Okay, a next data source for targeting your content is the browsing behavior. So it's really interesting to find out how is the user browsing on your website which kind of content he's consuming, and then providing recommendations and additional content to this user. Okay, and our concept was to provide a teaser carousel, which is automatically filled. So we don't want to waste editor time to manually select content for different user interests. So we have an automatic teaser carousel, which is providing content based on the latest browsing history of a user. So if a user is interested in business, he gets some business teaser. If he's also interested in IT, he get also some IT teasers in this carousel, and the editor has nothing to do, just to place this component on a page, and that's it. Okay, how is it working? There's a request coming in from user to load a page, and our article pages are tagged with categories like business, IT, food and drink. And Magnolia is collecting these categories and then is building up a statistic for the user. So like the top 5 of user interest for specific categories. And based on the user statistic, Magnolia is delivering this teaser carousel. Okay, let's go back to the demo. Here's our teaser carousel. I already see some default recommendations for this user. And now I can select some checkboxes and to preview our teaser carousel with selected interests. So now, for example, I say, show me this teaser carousel for a user which is interested in food and drink. And now we see some recommendations for food and drink. And I can also say, okay, but he is additionally interested in IT. So I see also some content for IT. So we then mix the content. And it's not only working here in preview, it's also working really when I log in and then open some pages. So I can now show you how we have integrated our social media login and then use the social media information for targeting content and to display automatic recommendations. Okay. I log in with my Facebook account. And I'm already on my profile page, and you can see that I get content for Foster City. And it's not random content, it's because in my Facebook profile I've set my current city to Foster City. And the Magnolia trait for the city is now detecting, okay, there's a Facebook information about Foster City, so I will display the content for Foster City. I can also see that this user is interested in sport because he liked sport articles in Facebook. So we now see here our surfing content teaser. And these are our statistic for the news interest. So I have selected a lot of content for business, IT, and food and drink recently for this user. And this is now my user-specific statistic for the browsing behavior of this user. And you can see the first position is business, so I get some business teaser here. And then we have some IT teaser, and we have food and drink. If I now open some more food and drink pages, we should see more food and drink pages at the first position in the teaser carousel. So the statistic is updated every time a request is coming in, and then if the user is opening a new page, the teaser carousel is delivering updated content. Here you can see now food and drink is at the first position. And the editor has nothing to do. One next enhancement could be for this carousel that you fine-tune which kind of content is displayed for the random selecting content. So now we select, or we query for all pages which are matching with the food and drink categories, and then select the first 2 pages we find. But of course, as an editor, you can optimize this behavior, how to randomly select pages for a category. Yeah, so we have collected a lot of user information from from the incoming request, like IP location, user agent. We're also using the browsing behavior to target user. We use social media profiles to get up-to-date, accurate information about user interests. And we want to combine all this information by connecting a CRM to Magnolia. What is the advantage to use a CRM and to combine all this information? We can store it in a single database, and we know that there's a user coming back because we already have created an account for this user in our CRM. So whenever a user is firstly logged in via Facebook to our page, we create automatically an account in our CRM, and then we can combine all information in the CRM. So we put the social media interest, we put our browsing behavior, everything into the CRM, and then Magnolia is fetching all these combined data to deliver the targeted content. And moreover, we can put additional information into the CRM for each account. So for example, the customer relationship, whether he has a premium account or he wants to upgrade to his account, you can manage this kind of information into your CRM and then target your content. Okay, here's an overview of the profile. So we have a profile overview box in our page when the user is logging in, and we see, okay, we have our news interests, we have interests from Facebook, we have the age and gender, but we also have an account type and timestamp when the account is created. And this information you don't have if you just use the browsing behavior or social media login. You need a database to store your information, to have a history about this user. And you can use this customer relationship information to optimize your content and, for example, to give some promotions. Okay, I now show you how to target content for the customer relation. Now go back to the edit mode. Here we have our profile page, which is displayed after users logging in. And now I want to promote that the user is extending his account or upgrading his account. So when he's a standard user, he should upgrade his account to premium user. And if he's already premium user and has his account for a lot of days, he should extend his membership. So it means based on the account type and account duration, you want to display different content, but you don't want to set up variants of pages for each combination of account settings. You just want to have one profile page in your website tree and then dynamic content on this page. So I have now one teaser box, and this box is displaying dynamic content based on your account settings. So the first variant is to promote an upgrade of the user account. So we have a trait account type, and this trait is based on the CRM information, which account type it's actually. And I can select standard and premium. And if it is a standard account, I will promote an upgrade. And our next variant is, okay, this user already have a premium account and his membership is above 180 days. And if both conditions are true, then I will promote an extend premium chip member. Okay, and so our solution is not only working for one trait for a component, you can select several traits and combine them. And only if all these traits are matching, then the content is displayed. Okay, we have now here our preview mode to verify that our settings are working. So the user has a standard account, you can also see it here, and he gets the teaser for upgrading his account. But I now can select in the trait setting that he has a premium account and his membership duration is more than 180 days. The page is loaded again, and now I should see, my teaser for extending the premium membership. So you only have to edit 2 variants of a teaser, and then the best matching content is automatically displayed. Okay, and here's already my last slide. So what did we do for advanced personalization? We are using different data sources for collecting user information. It's either social media, the user context, browsing behavior. We collect all this information with Magnolia, push them to a CRM. In our implementation, it's OpenCRX. We add additional customer relationship information into the CRM, and Magnolia is fetching all combined data to target the user and to provide dynamic content, which is matching to the user interest. Yeah, that's it already.